Oh yeah!
Hello and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. So since the last episode I've been in career mode, still in the prologue, and trying to earn a few of these medals. We've got 2 bronze, 2 silver, 2 gold, and 1 of whatever that is. I should imagine it's platinum or something like that, I can't remember. But basically working through a few of the checklists that they give you. Things like placing 2 flat rides, building your own coaster, which I have done, and I'm kind of keen to show you guys and get your feedback on what you think. And then once we've finished the prologue, I think we've got a couple of flume rides we need to build and maybe a couple of other things. Once we've finished that, we'll move on to the next chapter and start working on improving another park. As you can see on the little picture there, it's in a new location, which will be awesome to check out. There are 4 chapters in total, 5 sections with the prologue. That one is more of a mountain kind of. This is very tropical. Chapter 3. Look at that skull in the distance there. And then the final plunge. So these are all the chapters that guide you through learning how the game works, basically. And I think it's a good place to start, although not everything is unlocked. So your first impression of the game is, well, there's not that many rides, and then you learn you have to unlock them with research points. But anyway, you can jump straight into Sandbox and just build to your heart's content, but I think it's a good way, a guided introduction. Anyway, we'll jump in and I'll show you my coaster and we'll have a look around what I've done so far. I'm very happy with this coaster. It was my first attempt, and I think it's getting towards the end of the day, by the way, and I think that means that some of the guests are going to be leaving. Let's see if they're allowed on here. I wonder if this needs to fill up before it launches. I want to ride this one today. It's actually filling up pretty well, isn't it? Does it have to be completely full? I'm ready to pause the game here. I wonder if he has to wait till it's full. Operations, minimum load, half, maximum weight. Okay, I think it should launch soon. Yeah. Right, let's get in one of the seats and we'll ride my very first coaster. So, lovely big lift hill here. And what I like about this is it's almost a stall at the top. Down into a big curve. And then double inverted loop things. I've no idea what the technical names of all these things are. A nice banking section. Big curved roll here. And again, another almost stall, which I love. And then I'm weaving through the landscape and back around. Short break section and back into the station. I love it. I'm so pleased with it. We can do a cinematic, I think. Is it this one? I don't know if there's enough guests, actually. No, I think we might have to leave that for the moment. Oh, there are some guests arriving. But anyway, what's interesting about this, and I did not know this was an option. I've got a decent excitement rating here. Middle of the road fear, which is what you're looking for, and a low nausea, which I was really, really happy with. Let me get rid of that again. Are we going to have another group of people riding? We are, by the look of it. Oh, that's encouraging. So what we can do is we can pan out and watch this as it goes around. Results. Oh, max speed 52.3. average speed. 16.2 is the biggest drop. And the, max lateral G-force of nearly 5G. Wow. Heat maps. Oh yeah, look at this. Excitement. So you want things to be very exciting. So the green is the most exciting parts. I'm surprised this end section is exciting. Maybe it's the bump. Fear. Obviously the lift hill is quite a fearful section, and maybe that sharp bend around there. Nausea. Yep, that bend there is maybe a little too sharp. I could smooth that out a little bit. There's the speeds. So you get all sorts of stuff on here. Live data. Right, okay, so you see here, what you're aiming for is to get your excitement levels in the green as much as you can. The fear in the middle, nausea at the left-hand side. And as you watch the tests or the ride actually being run, you can see how close you are to your targets here. So yeah, nausea I could definitely smooth out on that section there. But they love this. It's so strange to me. Yeah, but I'm very, very happy with just how that came out for my first attempt. It was pretty easy to do. I added in a lot of very basic scenery. As I explained in the introduction, a lot of the items aren't available to you until later on in the game. For example, terrain editing here is not available until you're either in the sandbox mode or maybe further on in Korea. What I would have liked to have done here is made this a kind of a riverbed, and then this thing would sort of dip down into very close to the water, and you get some really beautiful views. But as it turned out, I got the rocks placed nicely around the track, so you kind of plunge down into the rocks here, and again back here. This drop here is particularly nice, the way it's kind of leaning in between these two rocks. And we've got some curves and banking areas where you can see some lovely views. I really haven't filled out the rest of the scenery around here, because I think there's going to be something else I'm going to build possibly in this section. But for my first attempt, I was pretty happy with that. Love to know what you think. If you think it looks like a fun time. What we're going to do, we're just going to have a little look around the rest of the park from the guest camera, which I love. This thing is amazing. Oh, I didn't show you. Actually, let me come out of that. Let me zoom down here. I was pretty happy with this path. I've got it snaking up to the coaster entrance here. There's kind of a short slope, some steps, a nice curve, and that continues all the way up. And the exit, particularly here, lovely stone steps all the way down to a wisteria arch. And I covered the frame of the coaster here with some wisteria as well. I tried to put some lights around the coaster, which we hopefully will get to see, because it is nearly the end of day. So we'll see this lit up a little bit. So it's not just completely dark over here. Yeah, but the working out how the paths work, getting steps, concrete steps in that lead down into a usable path. They get a little bit jammed here at the exit, but it's not too bad. Lots of benches and lights and bins around, of course. And we'll have a look around the rest of the park from the guest point of view. So here we are. So we've got some facilities. That's over to the existing area of the park. All of this was created by me. None of this existed, obviously. I think you can tell that, to be honest. It's a little bare in some areas. One of the mascots, Gulpy. He's fab. I love him. This is Mr. Beef, the beef burger patty, I guess. They're crazy. The animatronics and some of the set pieces that you can place are beautiful. All of these items, pretty much you could create yourself. All these pieces are available in the game for you to build up together to make your own sort of set pieces. And the flames you can add in. I have added some dandelions floating around. I think you can just see them over here. You can also add falling blossom, which I think I had falling from the wisteria. Did we see that? Let me see if I can just run back over here quickly. You can add snow falling, I think, and leaves and stuff. Here we are. So we've got some more dandelions here, but also some blossom. So you could put a lovely cherry tree-lined avenue or something and have blossom falling from there in a Japanese-themed place. Some beautiful touches in the game. And I love being able to walk around as a guest at their level and just see what it all looks and feels like. And all the guests, if you notice, are all different. Different races, genders, obviously, clothing, hairstyles, sizes, heights. Some tall people there. Yeah, really very well done. Very, very well done. Hello. Watching me. Or looking at the scenery, maybe. I'm not sure. So I added in... Oh my god, this place is heaving. Yikes. Okay. Added in some vending machines. Lots of shops as well. Here's another ride I placed. This one is the teacups. We'll just go in. We'll just queue jump a little bit here. I love the queues as well. They're very customizable. You can change the colour of everything, the material of the railings to be full metal or wood, or colour every item as well. You can even queue jump right into the ride as it's running here. This is pretty cool. So this is a prefab ride. But I love the way it's themed with the log fences all the way around and the barrels and nice lighting as well. Music, you can put speakers in and have different music tracks playing as well. I added in these rocks to put a nice border on this exit path. Where else have we got to go? That's my ride over there. Some of these prefab buildings here, I put a path in and added some seating so you can get a nice bit of shade. They come empty and then you just drag in the counter that you want to use. For example, this one's a pizza place. This one's soda and so on. I think we've got a gift shop over there. And you can take these apart and customise them to your own wishes. I should have put a sign on this one. This is an ice cream shop. Ice cream. I'll have a pistachio ice cream, please. With a waffle cone. That'd be lovely. We've got, I think that's our staff coffee shop. And then obviously facilities there for guests. Or vending machines. This place is heaving. Amazing. And then back around to this section. So this is the Viking upswing. Another animatronic. You can almost feel the heat coming off that one. It's incredible. The sparks flying. You can add all those things in yourself again, if you wish. Nice little shaded seating area here, shaded by the trees. This thing is placeable, as are all of those rune stones. This is actually the character's head from this particular ride. See him in the background? So this is pretty cool. We can actually ride this ride if we wish. I think if I stand here and press ride, yes I can. Let's go right at the back. Kind of in the middle maybe. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll be good enough. And there's that character I was telling you about. All of those pieces you can place yourself, so you can have this guy in a different pose, in a different area of the park. I like the fact that this one is gripping the support for the swing. Oh, okay. Look at this fella's feet hanging on in the air there. I like the little water feature they've got going down here, if you look. There is a little shipwreck. This is so cool. Oh, can you feel your stomach doing flips? I can. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, we're heading into nighttime, so we're getting to see the park at night a little as well, which is so cool. Yeah, it's really, really awesome. I love being able to ride these things as well. And we're back out to guest view. That's cool. So, I am just going to take you over to the other area of the park. All I've done really in this area is fill out some of the prefabs with some shops. So, for example, this was just a shell, and I've added in a hat stall. So you can buy octopus hats and crowns and Viking hats and other things, I think. Sharks and stuff. This beautiful animated items. Lovely octopus. Oh, and pieces as well on the builds. Added in a gift shop there. These just come as the standard counter, and then you add in the canopy and the board, and you can add in other things, seating and stuff as you wish. But just looking at your park from this point of view is a real nice feature. I love being able to do this. So again, added in a gulpy there, and what's this one? Chief beef, that's that weird patty that's been walking around. Oh, they're going for a break. They're closed.
Ooh, yeah!
That's the end of the day, I guess. They're finishing. This is guest passes. Got some umbrellas and some guidebooks and stuff. Yeah. Wow, what's that noise? Sorry, I'm just enjoying exploring this park. So this bit I've not touched too much other than to add shops and stuff, as I say. Oh, look at you. You're amazing. Look at the colour of the water, the coral under the water. The lighting is very nice. Very well done. And those animated pieces just are top notch. You really feel like you could get a good Vegas style theme park going with the pieces that you've got available to you. Where else are we heading? This is the little stream that runs all the way through. And then we're back over to my Viking area. Alright, well that's pretty good. Oh look, it's getting quite busy actually for this time of night. Where's the water park section? Gosh, there's so much to do in this ride. Look at the lighting on the side of this coaster here. The lighting is spectacular. It's very, very well done. And actually, I've turned my settings down very slightly. I had a game crash at full settings, and I've got a pretty good PC, but I turned shadows down from very high to high, and one other setting, and I think I turned DLSS on. I believe there's an update coming soon from Nvidia that will optimize this game for your particular rig, and I'm interested to see what it suggests for my rig. But I found just tweaking two particular settings, I think it was, really helped performance. Not that it was running badly, but after a while, I could get a crash, and I think it was possibly a memory leak related, but... Oh, the people are using the pool. Well, that's interesting. They've kind of been out of the pool, I guess. It's heading into night time. Yeah, it's kind of hit and miss as to whether they use the pool. Look at this fella, lady. Yeah, very much a lady, using an ice lolly float. So because I've added that shop in that allows you to buy, I think it's like rubber rings and I'm going to see if I can find it. Rubber rings and inflatables and stuff. Then they're buying that and bringing it to the pool to use. I think it might be over here. I kind of reworked this area a little bit to put these on the side. I really should get rid of these default builds because the guests don't particularly like them. And bring in some of these prefab items and put the shops in there. It might be this here. No, that's an ice cream store. Here it is. This is the pool shop. You can see the rings and the inflatables and life jackets, and there's that blow up ice lolly float, and you've got sunscreens and towels and beach balls and stuff. So once you add that to your park, then you'll see people in your pool using those items. And these are the balloons. And look at these things that I found. You can actually place down the balloons to very much advertise that the balloon selling booth is here in this area. But you do need, from what I've been seeing, to keep people in your pools and using them a lot, you have to have changing rooms and body dryers and the pool pass, the customer service buildings close. And I mean close to your pool. Now this setup happens to be working for both of these, but I think if this was any further over to the right, I would need another one of these areas over here in order to keep this pool populated. So, oh, look at this guy on a unicorn floaty. He's loving it. He's living his best life. Look at the water physics, the way the body shapes distort in the water. I heard another float. Who else had a float? Oh, maybe it was one disappearing. Oh, somebody's panicking. Did the lifeguard? No, I thought somebody was panicking then. Got lifeguards everywhere, so pool safety should be pretty good. They're still not using the flumes very much, but from what I've read online, a lot of that seems to be related to how many flat rides you place. Hopefully there's a patch coming out. Oh, we've got people walking up there. Hopefully there's a patch coming out. I think they said, Frontier have said in December. And that's going to balance some of these problems that we're seeing. But we should see a couple of people coming down here. Yay! So it is working. Oh, that's cool. Now, the next guy who comes down is going to... Nope. The other guy got out of the way. Nice and quickly. That's cool. I need to build some more flumes. I only built a very basic standard one. Maybe I should put a ladder here. There's this one quite close by, but we should put another ladder here. Yeah, so they are using the pool. This one seems to be a good shape to be well lit. This one looks a little darker. But we are going into the evening, and you can see the lighting around the park just absolutely brings this world to life. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this game, and I'm definitely getting to grips with the controls a little bit more. I placed, for example, these bathrooms down here because I was finding there were a lot of guests walking past desperate for the bathroom. Found this prefab, added in the bathroom stalls, added a little seating and drink area here, and it seems to have solved that. I haven't heard anybody complaining about that recently. But yeah, most proud of this area. It's my first attempt. There will be in the future. More videos where I actually build something from scratch. But for now, I just wanted to show you around what I've been working on, what I've been enjoying. Just how beautiful this game can be. Hello, entertainer here, the Viking lady, and another Viking lady. Oh, got a couple of them going here. Mr. Beef is really drawing the crowds in here. But my first attempt, as I say, at the coaster, I am incredibly happy with. It seems to be quite popular as well. Shall we ride it again? I think we should at night time. Shall we do cinematic this time? You get all kinds of different camera views. Look at the lighting. It really is stunning. You'll get to see some of the lights that I placed around as well, illuminating the scenery. Oh, that's not a very good view camera. Well, I guess it's unique. That would be a nice spot for a guest bench, wouldn't it, actually, peeking out through the rocks there. I can't wait to get building more and more of these things in different locations too. What does this one do? Oh, we can be on the wing. We can be on the front bumper. We can look forwards. We can chase it. Ooh, should we do a chase? I think that might be interesting. Let's see what this looks like. So there's going to be no building in this one today. This is a video, by the way. This is just a look at what I've been up to. Nice quick video to keep you up to date. And I'll finish the prologue and then we'll do chapter 1 together. Either in a live stream or I'll do a recorded video on some of the steps. Oh, this is so cool. Woo. Oh my god, that spin there. Yeah, I'm not as keen on that. We can look over their heads. I love this. Ooh, oh, I see why that... I can get a feel for why that little section at the end there is so exciting. Because you definitely would get some airtime, I guess. All our patrons. Very happy with that ride, I think. Quite a queue to come on. Oh, that lady needs a toilet, and that guy needs a toilet. Oh, but they're both ladies. My apologies, ladies. Right, okay. Let's just see it one last time from this point of view. It's incredibly easy to do this, I think. It's quite intuitive. It doesn't really hold your hand too much, but it's just there to help when you need it. Oh, it's so smooth. And it actually looks beautiful at this time of night too. Yeah, you would definitely get some airtime there. Alright. Well. Oh, I didn't show you this, did I? This is the excitement rating for this coaster. If I zoom right out, we can actually see it live in action. That's how long it is. 52.3 miles per hour max speed. 30 miles per hour average. 16.2 meters for the biggest drop. But the idea is here, this gives you a guide on your goals. So you're looking to keep your excitement levels in the green. It's going around the track now, so this is live data. You want to keep your fear in the center and nausea far to the left. So fear, definitely at the climb there. Excitement going into the loops. Yeah, and fear is nicely centered. Nausea is fairly low. Nausea jumps. These tight bends, that makes them a little sick feeling. A nice quiet, calm section, but then excitement there over that bump. They love that. And a little bit of fear. So you can use this live data when you're doing your testing to get your targets where you want them to be. So for example, if it was too nauseous, I would amend the sections here. So can I do fear? Yes, I can show fear. And then I can zoom in to these high fear sections and just either smooth this out or make this wider so it's not so much of a sharp turn. And if I needed more excitement, I can see that these bumps are pretty good for excitement. Obviously a loop's going to be pretty exciting. But yeah, I could add more bumps. I could have done a sort of a dip here and a climb and a dip and done a couple of these bumps and even got this excitement higher without really affecting fear too much by the look of this. It's showing you, it's teaching you what each of these things is, how each of these things is going to affect the ride basically. And you can actually do it live as it's rolling around as well. So we're pretty good for nausea. Anything green or yellowy green is good. And then we get to this section and this is where they're going to go orange to red, I think. Oh yeah, sharp turn. Get rid of that, smooth that out, widen that. And I think we would have had even lower nausea. So really, yeah, it's really useful. And you can do that for any ride, by the way, as well. But anyway, I just wanted to sort of show my progress. There are a few checklists I've got to do. I've got to work on research. We have only certain things available to us in the prologue. We've got these research points which are earned by placing mechanics buildings and having a mechanic inside working on research. So at the moment I've only got 44,570 points to spend, but because I'm only working on the prologue, I've only got wooden coasters, water coasters, powered track rides, nothing in water, nothing in power, nothing in transport, special flat rides. What are you? I don't know what you are. Tower flat rides are going to give me a few more options to place. And nothing in flumes. So we're kind of limited until we get to chapter 1, where we will have flumes 1, and then later on you'll have flumes 2 for different styles of flumes to place. Chapter 1 will unlock wheel flat rides and spinning. Oh, look at that one. And spinning flat rides. Okay. Transport, you've got single decker buses, so you can have those driving around your roads and your car parks and stuff. Cable car. Solar panel to help with the cost of power, I guess. Nothing else in there. And then in chapter 1, oh yeah, a few coasters and some blueprints. They look exciting. Alternative lift coasters. Look at this one with the dragon. Suspended coasters. They look fun. And some launched coasters too. So lots to unlock in the next one for sure. Finances. We've got a pretty good amount of cash. Profit breakdown. You get all sorts of charts and yeah, I've got to work out a lot of these things. There's an awful lot to look at, and that's just from today. our income is vastly exceeding our outgoings, so that's good. Research staff, you can go in and I amended everyone's pay to high pay. So morale is really good. They're very happy. They get 1 break each day, and you can go in even and kind of schedule what each sort of set of people can do. So probably the first one to really work on would be mechanic, and go in and adjust their schedule. Because at the moment I've got a lot of people looking for work. But go in and adjust their schedule, and you can actually say, I need you to service this particular machine first thing in the morning, this one at lunchtime, this one at evening, and then do the next set of scheduling for another mechanic. So you're kind of splitting them all up and having somebody always keeping on top of maintenance. Also vendors, to make sure that you have people to relieve people in shops, so that you're not having shops being closed. And they're supposed to have 1 break per day. So this particular staff member had their break at 1 o'clock. So you want to kind of make sure that they're all on different times. So that's all sorts of stuff I need to get into. Attractions and the shops. You can kind of see why things aren't performing very well. Upswing 2. What is upswing normal? Oh, okay. So the park placed upswing, the one that was here, I've not touched this at all, but this does not have as good a rating as the one that I placed. So the prestige is the appeal and value of an attraction to guests. Guests will pay more for attractions with a higher prestige. So this one's been in the park a while. People were happy when it was new. It went dated. It's in a resurgence at the moment, but then it's going to be old. The scenery bonus is very low. Let me have a look at my upswing. How I did. Prestige. Scenery bonus 500. But again, it wasn't good enough. It's gonna be old soon, but it's in a resurgence at the moment. So you want to try and get that figure, I think, as high as you can. So guests will pay more for attractions with a higher prestige. So that is something else to get into, to dive into and learn about. I wonder what my ride rating is for this one. Oops, I picked on a person. Let's have a look. Oh, my prestige is 1000 on that one. Ride experience 600. Excuse me. Oh, a little cough there. 630. Scenery bonus 500. I don't know if that's the max. Oh, this one is good enough because it's a level 5 prestige. This one will be a classic once it's been in the park a long time. Which I think means that you won't have to replace it. I need to rename it, by the way. So I've done a good job with the scenery there. I think that's helped that one. But definitely, I'm going to do some work around this. And see if I can bring the scenery level up here. Because if you look around this one, there's nothing around. It's fairly empty and plain. I wonder if you can get a heat map. Mood, entertainment, hunger. Right, okay. Staff, utilities, finances, scenery. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the blue. Oh, I've done a decent job around here then. Okay, I want this nice dark blue everywhere. And yeah, this does verify that in this particular ride area, the scenery is not good enough. So I'm going to see if I can get some more scenery items placed around here and improve this score. It might be too late for this ride because I think it was very close to the end of its life. Oh, we can delete that. If we do some research, I think we had tower flat rides. If we research this in the prologue, I don't know whether the game will prompt me to or whether I just do this, then we could delete that ride, replace it with something like maybe this drop tower or something, or even this. Get the scenery rating as high as we can and see the difference that makes on the on this area. So yeah, there's an awful lot to dig into, a lot more than you realise, and I am absolutely loving this game. Well, we've been recording for about 40 minutes. I think that's a good point to leave this one. We'll just have a little walk around our Viking area at night, just to finish off the video. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Please do let me know what you think of my coaster and my park so far. My very first attempts. I've never played Planet Coaster before. Never played the first one. And I am absolutely loving this second one. It has bugs, yeah, admittedly. There are some problems. But there is an update on the way. These crowds are incredible, aren't they? And I'm very interested to see what else they're going to bring to the game. I'm sure they're working hard on that. But I'm going to continue working through the career mode. And I'll bring you back at different points. And we'll do some building together. We'll actually build some things out of pieces. Some actual buildings out of some of the build pieces as well. Build some actual buildings ourselves rather than using prefabs all the time. This place looks fabulous at night. I am very happy with this. Look at this place. Just reminds me of Vegas. So cool. But yeah, that is where I am going to leave today's episode. Do leave me a comment. If you have enjoyed the video, please give me a like. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.